Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Greg Shapiro, and let's queer up the USA View. Trump official mocks a queer federal judge over trans military ruling. Trump's defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, is lashing out at federal judge Ana Reyes after she blocked Trump's ban on transgender military service. Last week, Judge Reyes, the first openly LGBTQ district court judge in Washington, ruled that the executive order banning transgender troops was unabashedly demeaning and amounted to sex-based discrimination. She stated, quote, "The military ban is dripping with pretext. Its language is unabashedly demeaning. Its policy stigmatizes transgender persons as inherently unfit, and its conclusions bear no relation to fact," end quote. On Monday, Hegseth, a vocal critic of diversity and inclusion in the military, took to social media, sarcastically calling Reyes Commander Reyes and suggesting she report for military duty. He also mocked her credentials, implying she lacked the expertise to make decisions on military readiness. Trump's military ban has already triggered multiple lawsuits, with plaintiffs arguing it violates the Fifth Amendment. Meanwhile, rising tensions between Trump's administration and the federal judiciary have led to safety concerns, with Trump and his allies attacking judges who challenge his policy. Would someone please pour Pete Hegseth a drink? He looks like he'd enjoy some absinthe with a Jägermeister chaser, perhaps.
Well, listen, I think that we're looking at Pete Hegseth, and today, certainly attacking transgender people in the military
is not his biggest problem.
Is not his biggest problem. He might want to consult with somebody, a security official, about ways to communicate more securely about national secrets, and not using third-party applications that could risk the lives of everyone in the military and their safety. So he should resign. So should several of the people that were included in that, including the chief of staff to the president and our award-winning vice president, who was included on that chat, who, if you don't know, is the president or vice president, that you shouldn't be using off-channel communication, then you shouldn't be leading a company, a country, or anything else.
Yeah, and the fact that he is calling transgender troops a threat to military readiness.
He's the threat.
He's the threat. And, we are very lucky that we have judges that are standing up to him. And it's disgusting that these officials are getting death threats. I mean, the country was set up with 3 separate but equal branches of government. The judiciary has just as much power as the president, that has just as much power as Congress, so that no one branch can run roughshod over all of the our laws. And, the fact that once again they're targeting some of the most vulnerable people. These people are ready and willing to fight, but they're using them as a scapegoat. And it's, I think it really is important if we want to look at our national security. It's not the transgendered service members that we should be worried about. It's absolutely these people in leadership positions who aren't taking their positions seriously and abiding by the rule of law. If our cabinet members can abide by the rule of law, how can you expect the citizenry to abide by the rule of law?
Absolutely.
Well, and he surrounded himself with people as unfit as he is, Trump. So
yeah, I mean, it's a sad day for this country. I mean, I think there have been a lot of sad days for this country in the past couple of months, but
unfortunately,
we are going to stand up and fight for our trans friends and family, and And they, in turn, will fight for us and our country.
And let's just be thankful that we had Joe Biden to appoint and did such an amazing job during his 4 years of appointing judges, because it is the only thing that's keeping us from the ledge of tyranny, and having all of these, because again, Congress is not one of the equal branches of government at
Right,
present,
not right
because
now,
they're
yeah.
going along with everything he said. So 2/3 are really against a lot of the tenets of democracy.
Right.
So thank goodness for the judiciary.
And a lot of the decisions coming out of the judiciary are from justices appointed by Republican administrations. And, George H.W. Bush is rolling over in his grave. And it's...
I think we should call them not Republican or Democratic administrations. We should call them Democratic administrations, because we don't have a Democratic administration currently.
Right.
And the other, and previously,
Yeah.
whether it was George H.W. Bush or Obama or Biden or Clinton or whoever appointed these judges, they kind of did agree on the Constitution.
Sure.
Right.
That was
Today, we're not in that
can't
same
even-
agreement.
right.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's a very different culture that or environment that we're in when we're discussing the judges that, I mean, thinking about who Trump may appoint when he's filling open positions is a scary thought.
Supreme Court
Right.
is terrifying.
Yes,
Yes.
the Supreme
Yeah,
Court,
well,
we already know.
John Roberts has come out. He's the Supreme
Justice.
Supreme.
Yeah.
And he has come out in opposition to a lot of things that this administration has pushed through, and that's gratifying. And because the Supreme Court justices are appointed for life, they're not subject to the whims of any administration.
Correct.
So, it really, I even remember that there were a couple of decisions that Brett Kavanaugh sided on the right side.
Yeah. Well,
And so, like Clinton said, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But I think that some of these issues, even justices that were appointed by this current
Trump, yeah.
administration, whether it was in this administration or the last administration, are, he hasn't done anything yet, this
Not yet.
administration. But they are looking at the law.
you
Yeah.
hope so, but
Because,
that's what they're supposed to.
they have ruled surprisingly.
And they don't have to get
On a number
elected,
of
which you're,
issues.
like
Right.
you're saying. They
Exactly.
don't have to
They're
worry
not-
about being elected, and they don't have to worry about Trump coming back, because
Right.
this-
This is
hopefully,
Oh,
let's not go there.
whoa.
Yeah, the midterms are sooner, and I believe we're going to see a big shift
Oh, I sure.
Yeah.
in Congress at the midterms, and hopefully we'll get our country back. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and